This conference will now be recorded.
So could you upload those to Google Drive so that
Yes, sure.
recapitulate? Thank you. So let's get started. So last class, I just gave introduction for the data-driven approach, which is very important in the hybrid framework. So let's repeat that class so that others can catch up. Yeah, is this Tamina? Say it again. Okay, can you repeat that? Okay, so for the data-driven approach, we need Excel utils because we are going to put the data in the Excel spreadsheet. So basically, I put the Excel spreadsheet in the resources right here. So I just made it a part of project itself in the resources. You can find the data pool, which is called test data pool underscore automation dot xls. We can also use xlsx. Okay, so first we'll do with xls, then we can easily convert to xlsx. Now it's just a change of function. Okay, so that's all. Yeah, so Excel utils, I created a function called get test data xls, which is going to read the data from xls file and put it into hash map. So return type is hash map of string. That means that it has both key and value pair. So instead of one data type, here hash map has two data types. That is because it's going to hold key and value pairs at the same time. So the string is the key and the string second one is value. So just like imagine it as a XPath. Raw XPath, while looking at the DOM, we get two things, right? For any object, one is the property, one is its value. So property value combination every time. So these things exist in pairs. So similarly, the hash map of string type. Okay. So that is the Excel reading function, which you call as Excel util. Okay, so it's just we need to use this. Another function is get test data dot xlsx, which basically does the same thing. Only difference is instead of passing xls file, we pass xlsx file. So otherwise, the return type is same. Pretty much everything is same. Only difference is we are using the different classes in the Apache POA XSS sheet, XSS workbook, XSS pro, and in this case HSS sheet, workbook, and row. So sheet represents the whole spreadsheet. Workbook is the inside spreadsheet. There are many workbooks, right? And row is single row for the test case. So let's go ahead with the same thing here. I have written same. I just explained the notepad. So it does the same thing. It takes file path, sheet name, and header row number and test case row number here. Okay, and returns the whole hash map. Okay, no need to worry. This is just self-explanatory. Initially, I just initialized HSS of sheet workbook row with null values, and row is just header row and p0, and created a file input stream, and file input stream like we saw in property file. It takes a file and a file as an argument, and file in turn takes a file path, which is basically where this resides, where this file resides. Okay, so let me open that file. Yeah. So you can open this file right in the Excel Eclipse, or you can open in the system editor. So let's open the system editor. Okay, so in our application has just the data, right? The demographic data like first name, last name data, phone number, email, address, everything like this. So in the last class, I just entered all the data pertaining to flight reservation application, including registration, flight booking, and the billing details and everything. Okay, so if you look at it, the first row is a header row. Okay, so the header row just represents what the column names are: first name, last name, one, because there are two people. I suffix it with the numbers to represent multiple members, and phone number, email, address, one, two, city, state, zip code, username, password. And if you look at the second row onward, these are the test cases. This is the first test case, and if these are all the dummy data or test data, you can say, or any data you can put, like synthetic data, production data, doesn't matter. So first name one for the test case, this test case is Shukla, and last name one is Das, first name two is Tamina, last name two is Alam, phone number is so and so, email at so and so. So I exactly taken the values from the hard coded class here. So registration class has all those that resides in which one? Page flows, isn't it? So register. So all this data I took it and just parameterized. So here it was basically before directly it was like, let's say, Shukla, right? So just for an example, it was like this, hard coded. This is called hard coded value. So I replace this hard coded value with the parameterized value. So this concept is called parameterization. So what is parameterization? Let me just note it down. Data driven approach means parameterizing the hard coded values in the test case. Okay, so what is parameterization? Parameterization is replacing the hard coded values with parameters whose data might be data comes from any external file, external system, such as Excel spreadsheet or flat file, right? Flat file, CSV file, comma separated value file, database, okay, etc., etc. So it can come from anywhere. So the basic, I mean, conveniently we have taken the Excel spreadsheet because it's easier to update and modify and maintain. So that's exactly what I did. So I'll explain about this in a moment. Let me come back to the Excel. So likewise, TC3. So you can also enter TC4, test case 4, something else, some end-to-end test case about some another application, or you can say different thing, flight booking with only one way. Okay, so just make sure that there are no spaces. So if you need to maintain spaces, just put capital letter or underscore. So either way it's fine, because it's very difficult to read if one value has a spaces. It will replace those spaces with back %20 or something. So likewise, you can put whatever data you want to. John Doe, right? So I'm not going to fill these details. So let's use this TC, which we have been automating. Okay, so let me go back to Excel Utils. So here I am passing the file path, which is somewhere here, which is basically passed from the test case itself. So test case is this. If I go somewhere. Oh, not test case. So because test case directly calls the page flows function, so we can directly look into page flow function, right? So here I set the data pool. So data pool is residing here. See automation project, Selenium tutorial resources, test data pool automation.xls. So you can change this to anything. If you change, you have to put that value here, the path, or you can put this. You can maintain the same project structure. So no problem. You can easily run this, or we can get this path dynamically. Okay, so that's another option. And the sheet name is automation. That's the data pool path. Sheet is this one, automation. So if you put any name, you have to mention the same thing here. And header row is 0. So header row starts with a 0 index. So even though it is 1, you have to start with 0. So my header row is 0. If your header is here, you have to set it to 1. Okay. And test case is number 1. Test case row is number 1. And it's possible that your test case might jumble here. Okay. So in that case, test case row changes. So in this particular Excel get it this data XLS, this is the limitation. You have to mention the test case row number instead of test case name. So in other Excel util test data XLSX. Okay, here we are directly taking the test case name, so it doesn't matter where your test case exists. I'll just give the name. It will read all this data. Okay, all this data and put it in a hash map. So now how to read from hash map, that's the question, right? So first of all, I set up and open the browser and create the driver. So using the driver, I'm just operating upon right here registration. So in the registration, initially I initialize the data pool path, sheet name, header row number, TC1, right? That's my test case, let's say. So you might ask, the registration might be called in test case true also. So in which case it will fail. So this is only for one test case. So at this time we are just focusing on one test case. So this is fine. Okay. So I'm calling the Excel utils function get test data XLS. Now this takes how many parameters? 1, 2, 3, 4. First is data pool path because that's definitely required. Then sheet name, header, TC. All these are initialized right here. Now I am just returning, storing this returned value to hash map because it is returning a its return data type is hash map of string type. So I am storing in a same variable type called row data. Okay. Now it is very simple to get row data. Row data has like these values. Instead of one value, it has like this: first name 1 comma Shukla, last name 1 comma Das, first name 2 comma Tamina, semicolon, last name 2 comma Alam. Okay, in such order. Okay, it holds is all pairs. Okay. Now if I want to get first name 1, I just have to use the function dot get. That's it. It's very simple. So if I pass row data dot get first name 1, it will return me Shukla. Simply I will pass that. So exactly that's what I did here. Row data dot get, I have to simply pass the what is this column name or the header name, first name, and it will return me Shukla. For this test case, it will return this and blah blah blah. So likewise, I parameterized all the values. Row data dot get last name will return me Das. So it what is advantage here? You can modify this in whichever you want to. Still, whatever the Excel has, it will only run on those values, the test case. That is advantage, and it is easier to maintain Excel sheet rather than the Java class. You don't want to go into Java class and update it, and you can also give it to a non-Java person. They can also update. Like synthetic data might be created by some other team who may not be aware of Java. So this is a like it's a very non-technical thing to work with the Excel. So you can put all this data. All I have to do is I have already done this is also one time. You don't have to modify this. This can be maintained many times. So all this data is replaced with the raw data dot get errors one and everything. Okay. Then this is only applicable for the input related fields, like where you enter something. Okay, if I want to click button, you don't have to parameterize this because this is an action. So this doesn't involve the data pool at all. So wherever we set text kind of thing, only there you have to put this. Okay. Now expected username, you might ask, I didn't put here target, but I actually put in the beginning. So if I click here, I already put it here. So everything is coming from data pool. Okay, and validation part, you don't have to use the data pool. So all we are doing in the validation is just comparing actual with the expected. Okay, so this is fine. Only where you need to enter something into text field or drop down value, you have to get it from where data pool. Okay, so register is the one class we have completed on last class, right? Now we are going to apply the same concept, data driven approach to the remaining. So that's it. Once you do this, the test case, you can create any number, but all test cases are going to call these page flows only. So it's very easier. It becomes very easier for the automation tester. We just have to create test case based on the requirements and manual test cases here. Okay. Okay, so let's go to another one. EC2. I'm going to open. Registration is done. Next one is flight finder, right? So flight finder here, if you see, all are hard coded. Number of passengers depart from New York, exactly as we have done earlier, right? And all we have to make sure is first fill in these fields in the data pool. So number of passengers depart to all these fields are filled in. Number of passengers to depart from New York, depart month, day, arriving in, and some billing details. So everything is there in the data pool right now. So all we have to do is just parameterize them. Okay. Now tell me, how do we parameterize? So first we need to set these values and just call the Excel utils, get test data, let's say Excel, and store it in raw data. That's all. Remaining everything is just raw data dot get, raw data dot get, right? So let's do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to show you from the beginning so that you are well aware of. Okay, so just for a quick thing. Okay, so this I am doing it within a function. Okay, you can also do it outside the function in the class level if you have multiple functions, right? So in this class called register, I only have one function, so it doesn't matter. You can do here or you can do here. Okay, so let's do flights. Okay, so first and foremost, what we have to do, we have to call the Excel utils. All right, so let me call. Okay, so here there is only one function, but let's do it out as a cluster. It doesn't matter. Excel utils. Okay, just press Excel utils. Where is it? Excel utils. It is in the utils package. Okay, it's gonna take some time. Okay, so it's in a util package. Just be aware of the other jars which might have the same utils. So this is our custom user defined util. So I'll just show you. So it is this one, Excel utils. Okay. So remaining all are different utils which I have explained: reporting utils, property utils, and few utils on last class also. So we will see this usage wise. These are very useful. I mean, you can understand, but you should know which function is where so that you can easily utilize it. So all I know is its util is present because I created Excel utils, right? So name is simple. I want to read the data from Excel. So now I have Excel utils. In the Excel utils, I need to call a function. So which function I need to call? Excel utils dot. Okay, I think it's need to be done here only. So let's do it here. Okay, Excel utils get test data XLS, that is a function, right? Now I have to pass these 4 parameters. What is it? File path, sheet name, header row number, TC row number. So let's create variables for this. All right. So tell me variables, or I can copy from here, but I just want to do it. So just remember, these are strings and these two are integers because it's a row number. And okay, so let me create string file paths. Okay, so where is the file? Here. Okay, this is a file, so you can get its path, right, like this. So this is the location. Copy this, and now even though your path is correct, it shows little error. Okay, whenever you're dealing with slashes within the codes, you have to, I told you, use the escape character. Okay, otherwise it shows. Other way is, instead of backslash, you can use forward slash. That is the easiest. So I'll just replace this backslash with forward slash, or you can use double backslash. That is another way. So now this is good. Okay, now next thing is string sheet name. Okay, what is the sheet name? Automation. You can put anything here you want, like data, doesn't matter, but I am putting automation. Let's, so sheet name is automation. And what else? Integer header number, header row number. I already told you first row starts with the 0. So if you put 1, last class we put it as 1, and we couldn't find the data because it was throwing null pointer exception. It couldn't find because this header Shukla doesn't exist. The header first name one exists, and I call data.get first name. It couldn't find any first name here in the first row, right? Because it's in the 0th row. So hence it has to be 0. All right. Now next is TC row number. Right. What is our TC? TC row number is TC2. This is a TC name, and row number is 1 because it starts from 0. Okay. Now I have called this. Now this returns me a function. That's why it's showing error. Okay. You can add throws declaration or surround this with try catch. Okay. So I'll just add throws declaration. So that means this is go can throw error exception in case some discrepancy. In case of some discrepancy like data not found, or if data pool is missing, the file is missing, folder is missing, so and so forth. So anything that deals with the file system, okay, is bound to throw exception. So you have to either put in a try catch block or just throw exception. The function throws exception. That's it. So in case something is missing file physically, then it will throw exception, right? Now this is not void, right? This is returning a value of type hash map string, right? Now I have to store this value in the same type of variable. So hash map of type string, and I would call this as a row data because it's pertaining to a single row. Okay, one row at a time. So I can call it a row data. I just import this hash map from Java util. It is a part of JDK, so you don't have to import any other external third-party Java. Okay, now we have done the groundwork, right? All we have to do is just parameterize. Okay, now let's do that. Okay, first fillable field is what? So you can, if you see, radio button flight round trip is also fillable field because there are two radio buttons. One is one-way trip, one is round-way trip. Okay, we can also do that, but we didn't do it in the data pool. So all I have to do is just add this flight type round trip. Okay, so this here, what I'm doing is it's just selecting a radio button with the given X path, right? Round trip. So we can, going forward, we can also make this parameterized. Okay, so I just don't want to make it complicated right now because we are dealing with the data driven approach. Let's only focus on the fillable field like text boxes for the time, or drop downs. Okay, that's where you actually enter the data. Okay, so this number 2, which represents number of passengers. Okay, so now I'll just do for these and ask you to do, I mean, few of those, or next classes, I mean next Java classes. Okay, now the number 2 represents number of passengers. Okay, so the naming convention I gave it appropriately so that you can easily recall. So number of passengers. Okay, tell me, every data is in the raw data. Now all I have to do is raw data. Okay, so this is my raw data dot. So the hash map has 2 important functions, get and put. So get is to, if you pass the key, it will return me a value. Put is, I can also write something to the hash map. If I say key and value, it will write this new key and value, or existing key, it will replace the old value with my value. So I can put and get, 2 important functions. Okay, so I am going to get, not put, so I'll just call get. So get what? Get, and I need to just pass a string. So this is what I want to get, number of passengers. All right. Now this will return me the number 2, whatever the value is. If it is 1, 2, doesn't matter. It will just return me. So this is the very easiest way to automate. Shares multiple sets of data, and when it involves multiple sets of data, we are talking the black box testing techniques, right? We already seen like EBBA and ECP, boundary value analysis and equivalence class partitioning, min minus 1, min plus 1, max minus 1, max plus 1. So you can also create multiple sets of data for the single test case. So data driving is possible with this approach. Okay, so New York, depart from, what is the key value? Depart from is the key value, key, and its value is New York. So depart from is all I have to get from the raw data. So if you do control space, it won't appear because this is not the function or something. You are just putting the string value. So just be careful to enter exact value here, including the case sensitivity. So if I enter D capital, it's gonna throw value not found, something like that, exception. So you can, is just to avoid those typographical mistakes, you can copy paste. Okay, so now it's exactly similar, including the case sensitivity. Okay, so next one is November. Okay, now raw data, you can pretty much copy paste raw data. I'm just typing so that you will get understanding on this. Okay, so now tell me which key I need to pass for this month.
Department,
Right? So department is the key. It will return me whatever month. Now 25 is the depart date. So instead of typing, I'll just copy this, right? Because it's same thing. I don't want to repeatedly type, which is okay. Initially, you have to type in because you will get a hands-on. Otherwise, no. So I'll just change this key. On day is depart day. Okay, I will simply copy this and paste it here. And arriving in city is arriving in. So raw data dot get arriving in. So initially we need to do this. It's a one-time only job, so no problem. Okay, so once you're done with this parameterization, you don't have to touch unless there is some modifications in the here data pool, like you change it this depart date to depart date or something like that, then you have to change same thing here. So unless you do the modifications here, that means it's good once you do correctly at least. Okay, so if you look at this lights Java class, there are no other fillable fields, so we are good. Okay, so now what I'll do is we will parameterize all this and then we'll run at the end instead of keep on running after one class modification after the another. So let's do the complete data pooling, then we will run, so that all we have to see is it's entering the correct data from the data pool or not. That's all matters, because the test case was already running with the hard code values. Okay, next one is, so I can go from the test case level. Why? Because I can easily go to the by the flow after flight finder, what I'm calling select flight, so I can easily go in the flow and not miss any class. So it's very, so if you look at it, this is the radio button. I'm just selecting airlines, so that's fine, and return flight, that's fine. Okay, so if I want to parameterize this one also, we have to parameterize here in the XPath itself. Okay, so that we will see later. Yeah, here unified airlines or whichever you can pass, so that this value will be coming from data pool, so the XPath value, I mean XPath, so that we will see differently. All we have to do is, instead of this variables for the XPath, we have to create functions which will return me a value. Okay, so maybe I can show you right now, but let's come back. Okay, or if you want to do it right now, let me know, I can do it. Return flight and all others are radio buttons. Okay, so let's go to other class. Now I can go to this book fly valid price. If you look at it, the first one is all capturing text. There is nothing to enter, it's just capturing. Now this is all conversion. Remember, converting string to parse the integers and validation. You don't need to do anything. Then the fillable fields come. So which are passenger info. So John, these are hard coded values. All we have to do is parameterize them. So tell me, in this class we would need these, right? Okay. Instead of redoing, I'll just copy paste this, because these values remain the same. I just need to, so you can say, because we are repeatedly doing this, we can put it in another separate class, like setup, and just call it. Okay, so that's the next step. So for that, I have already created a class in the data called test data pool. So in this, I am doing the same thing, test data.xls, and then pass the same thing. All I have to do is just call this test at the beginning of the test case. That is the next step. So I'm going one step at a time. You don't get, otherwise you would get confused. So let's go to this guy, and I'll just put it here. Okay, so we cannot put it here because of the default constructor. Through exception, maybe, yeah. So I need to put it inside the function. So that's why I created a function in the test data pool, which is the default constructor again. So I can put it here. So that's later. So all I can do is, so this is for the logging purposes. It just prints this banner, the page name, validate price, in the beginning of the that particular page, so that we can get an idea in the logs what's being. So same thing, I can surround with try catcher, add throws declaration. I'll just add throws declaration. Now coming down. So here, okay. Now the first name one, last name one, first name two, last name two already are there here. Okay, all we have to do is just replace them. So okay, tell me. So what is the, how can I parameterizes John with this? Tell me. You have done the same thing before, right? Just now. Yeah, I'm going to remove John. Okay, tell me. Anyone? How to get this from the Excel spreadsheet rather than hard coding right here, which is not good. Parameterization is good. Okay, all we have to do is just get that from the raw data, right? So how can we get? Rahat, tell me.
Raw data dot get.
That's it. Raw data. Raw data. So raw data is not coming. See, raw data is not available. Why? Because the function is different. So I am putting this in a different function. So let's it and put it in the this function. This function is passengers info. So I was just, don't worry, we are going to replace this later, but for now, for your understanding, I'm putting this. Okay, now raw data, go on.
Raw data dot
Get, and what is the key I have to pass?
first name one.
First name. So you just copy. Okay, so good job. Okay, same thing here. It's throwing, just add throws declaration here. Okay, so next one. Anyone tell me how to parameterize the last name one from here? Yeah, next person. Tamina, or whoever can tell. So this do is removed, the hardcode value. I want to parameterize. Okay, tell me with the Excel spreadsheet. Shukla. Shukla, can you tell me? Najir. Same thing, you have to just replace that value, or that's all. Everything is same. Raw data dot get. What do you want to get? Rahat.
Last name.
Last name. Correct. So I just enter inside the codes. Okay. So first name 2 is the same thing. So I'm just going to replace these guys. So these are actually first name 2 and last name 2. So just to avoid this, I'm copying. So even since it's only one time only operation, so no problem, just copy it. Don't make a mistake. Okay, so that's done. Passengers info, same thing for the credit card info. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this there also. Okay, so I could have passed the hash map here. Okay, that is different story. So but I want to avoid that hash map. All I can do is, because this is a static, I can just make this static and avoid this repetition. Maybe let's see. Let's see if we can put it at class level. Next please. Okay, it's not gonna work. Okay, that's fine. We are going to avoid this anyway. Okay, so we are coming to the credit card info. I can put it anywhere, doesn't matter. Stat rows declaration. Okay, same thing here. Okay, so did we create the column for this data or not? We have to first check. So since we are doing this for the first time, we have to do this. Okay, so fortunately it's already been done. Yeah. So first one is type. Okay, so I need to just replace this type. Whatever it is there, it will come. So it doesn't matter what value it is. Okay, now tell me, how do I replace raw data dot get whatever value is there, you just okay. So since rest is the same thing, I'm just gonna copy. Okay, so this is the hash map class that we are using. So you don't need to worry about this. It's just part of GRE. Okay, mouse is moving. Okay. So first one is type. Next one is number, month and year expiry. So same thing. From Excel and paste it in the class. Okay, just make sure everything matches. I already made sure this name matches with the column name, so it's same except for the case sensitivity. Just remove the drop down. I'm object type. This one gonna come here. Okay, so that's it for this class, and the next class is what? Book a flight. Validate flight confirmation. So I'm sure this doesn't have anything. This is just pure validation, but just make sure. Yeah, so just we are validating the total price. That's all. Okay. Now next is C. Okay, that's it. Now report details. So we are just reporting. So okay, let's run it. The data driving thing is done. Let's run. Okay, remember when we are running, I'm storing all the screenshots and the captions too, right? Okay, so where that is, yeah, here. My folder. Okay, we are looking at another file system utils. So this was created part of that. So I'll just delete this. So, okay, this is also part. Okay, so screenshots and captions, right? So captions based on the what we want to write to the final report. That's it. Caption 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting from 0. So the number of captions are 10, and there should be 10 screenshots. So there are 10 screenshots starting with 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So these are going to be replaced with, okay. And if you just want to make sure it is creating or not, I'm going to delete this. Okay, let's run. Okay, so now we have to check whether the data pool values are being correctly entered or not. Okay, so I'm going to save this. So data is coming correctly from the data pool, right? You can observe. That means data driving is working. Okay, now next page, all this data came for the same data, right? And done. And everything passed for the logs. Okay, no failures, no exceptions. That means everything went fine. And screenshots are taken. Okay, captions are taken already. So let's look at the screenshots at what regular intervals we have taken the screenshots. Wherever we want to validate something, or in fact I took the screenshot for each page, one screenshot per page just in the beginning. So even though I'm just navigating, I just took. So here first page is taken screenshot 0000, that's what we can call counter. And next one is registration successful. Okay, so this is the actual validation. This is what we want, and this also we wanted because this data is entered and just to show. And okay, flight finder. So the technique is just before clicking the next button, submit button, after entering all data, I took the screenshot. That's why nothing is missed. So you can see if you scroll down, there is more data that is missed, but that is okay. You can also scroll down and take next screenshot if it is required, or the other way is just zoom out so that everything is covered. You can take screenshot. So these are all like enhancements. So initially just need to worry about this. So if you look at it, book a flight, I took the screenshot before this. So that means I took screenshot after validation, this one. And this filled in passengers info comes into the next screenshot. So here, you could have taken just this single screenshot instead of previous one. Previous one was not required. So these things you can update. And itinerary has been booked. That is a final screenshot before logged out. Okay. So screenshots are taken. And data is correctly read from the data pool and entered into the application while automation, and the logs are being logged. Okay, readability wise, everything. So we just incorporated the timestamp also, if you remember. So that will give us like more info, like if something goes wrong, where to look into the dev logs, at what time this occurred. So exactly we can pinpoint the developer issue in case of any discrepancies here. Okay, so that's a data pooling. Any questions so far? Any doubts in data pooling? How do we do data pooling and everything? I'm just looking at, okay. So if you need to practice more, there are different sites. I'll just open and show it to you, so that you can actually create more test cases for your practice. So likewise, I created them. All you need to do is just run them, update them, because these are very old. So if these are available or not, even I don't know.
Shangam, I have a one question.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah,
I'm
go on.
Shubhra. Yeah, and then Selenium session. How do we you create the dot class path class and then dot class path and then getting? This one is the we created the Java setting. This one or separate way? Are you creating this class path?
You mean Eclipse?
Yeah, Eclipse and then this project, and then
Uh-huh.
Selenium
Okay.
this
So
project.
initially you have to edit the class path. Okay, that is in the system
Mm-hmm.
variable. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just opening it right now.
Yeah, I know. Can you show
So
please?
you come here, right? Environment variables. You open the system properties,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how to open this. Just edit
Yeah, in the edit. Yeah, I know the environment variable.
environment. It will open. So then you open this
Mm-hmm.
and then click on the environment variables.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you see the path
Mm-hmm.
here, class path. Okay, let me show you class path. Is there a variable called class path? Normally you don't have to worry about this because it's taken care automatically. So if you get any, okay, there is no.
This one is need for this project. This one is mandatory. That's why I'm audit. Otherwise, I don't audit. This one is mandatory for this project. Need for this path.
Yes. So if
Yeah,
you
that's why.
encounter any
That's why.
issues,
Yeah.
yeah. So I have noted down these notes somewhere here. In the initial, after downloading everything, you're going to configure. So if you are not able to open the Eclipse, that's the most likely issue, right? Then just do this. Java was returned exit code 13. That's what is
No,
going through error. That
this one
means
is good.
something wrong. You just enter these VM details. So wherever your java.exe is there, just put this into this eclipse.ini file. So this file will be somewhere here. I'll show you. C drive, program files, or somewhere. Eclipse. Do you see Eclipse here? No, right?
No, Eclipse
If
mode.
it is not there, program files 86. Eclipse. Oh, Eclipse will normally be. Oh, okay, right, in C drive itself. Okay. So this file eclipse.ini. So just open it with Notepad. Okay, so that you can edit. Okay. In case it is not opening, okay, because it's opening for me, so I don't have to do anything. So just copy these lines. Oh, just one line. Set Eclipse into below VM. That's it. So all you have to do is, where is the VM thing? Maybe it's missing. So, or you can just append, that's it. And this path has to be your java w.exe. So go to JDK, program files JDK, bin, and this. So in this case, what I would do is go to C drive, program files, Java. So sometimes if you don't find Java in the program files, you have to go to program files 86, 32-bit. This is a 64-bit, 32-bit, and Java right there. So this is my JRE, okay, JDK. So you have to go to JDK and bin, and if you look at this Java W, yeah, so this path, so whole path you have to put here. And file name, of course, that's a path, java w.exe. Just make sure you go to the JDK, not JRE. So I just showed you example. So maybe it is already there.
Java spelling is mistake. Spell mistake is path. You write down the last word.
Right. So if you want to show it to me exactly, if this is the error you're getting, then you can do this easily. It will rectify yours. Okay. So otherwise, you have to show me by sharing your screen.
Yeah.
And I can. You want to share your screen and show me right now?
Yeah. Wait 1 minute. I'll show you.
Okay. So for that, we have to get you. I mean, make you the presenter for the time being. So let's see if I can make you, or Asad can make you. Okay, so I can make you the presenter right here. Okay. So you're ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so Arish, you want to make Shukla presenter? Yes, okay. Share your screen and
1 minute. 1 minute.
So if anybody has problem, you can immediately show me. I'll see.
Yes. Share. Yeah, this path and then dot class path, the dot project, and those dot setting. How do I create? And then I'll create my own way. You can
okay, I see. You're talking about the Selenium, not the Eclipse.
Yes.
Eclipse
No,
is fine.
No. Eclipse is fine. I already downloaded and then path, everything is fine. Only for this.
So, okay, so can you increase the size? Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, but still I can't see the letters are very vague. I mean, it's, let me go full screen. Are you on full screen mode?
This one is full screen.
Okay, so you are in the Selenium session folder, right? So basic folder structure, I'll tell you. You just make sure that. So the my project is, because my project, if you want to exactly fork it from GitHub or import it from the zip file,
Yeah, everything is GitHub.
This has to be in C automation project Selenium tutorial. I'm just pinging you the chat. If anybody can see the chat window, I just ping you to the path. Okay, that's my project location. Your project location looks different. See Asad Jahid document Selenium session. That's your project. So it won't work, right? Obviously. So just make sure in the C drive you create automation projects folder, and then in that Selenium tutorial. That's where your source file, source folder, bin folder, setting folder, class path project should exist.
How do dot is coming? This one is I'll create the
class. Okay, so if you exactly the same structure like you, except for the folder name. Folder is different. Okay, I have the class path project, everything is same. If you want me to share the class path project, I can share you. That's okay. You can. I can see your project is in C drive, Asad Jai document, Selenium session, right? That won't work. Okay, because if you're copy pasting, that won't work. You have to customize. Easy thing is just, can you see the chat? Can you open the chat and see? I just pinged. I just texted you something. Open it right now. Oh, in the text, right? In the GoToMeeting chat window.
Just to cancel something like that. Okay, I can show you. You can see my this one for my Selenium project. This one is cucumber, doesn't matter. This one
Yeah,
for
the
my
project is fine, but it's showing red, right? Red's errors and everything.
yeah, error see to the some path. I didn't put to the path. Maybe you
This
need
is
the path. Yeah. No,
right.
not path. Sorry, not path. It's jar file. Jar. We need the jar.
Jars, I put it in the share drive, right? The Google.
I didn't find.
Okay, let me show you. Okay, I think those are the problems. Okay, jar file. Okay, right click on the Selenium tutorial. Let's see if you're configured jars correctly or not. I don't know. Right click on this. Right click and go to build path. Build path.
Creating build
Go to
path.
configure build path. Yeah. Okay, so you don't have the libraries. Obviously, you will show, it will show a lot of errors. So all you have to do is, okay, let's see, everybody is seeing, right? Okay, now add, just click on add library. Okay, click on user library down below. Click on next. Okay, user library again. No, click on user library. That's okay. That's okay.
Maybe.
You're good. You're good. Next. Now click on user libraries again. At the top. No. You're fine. Shukla. Click on next. Click on next. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. There is one more. I want you to click there on the top. There is user libraries, right? Click on that. It will ask you to enter the name. Okay. Click on new again. New. So you are creating a library. So everything remains in the same. Okay. Type. What do you want to type? So let me see. External jars.
We write down external jar.
No. Wait. I typed something like, so in the C drivers, I put all those jars. Remember, the C folder drivers, I put it like libs. Okay, just type libs, because these are the external libraries. We can refer to them as libs. Libs.
Libs.
Okay. Now click on OK. Okay, now you have to click on add external jars right there. This is the process. This is one time only, but don't. Okay, now you have to download those jars. So go to Google Drive in your browser. I'll show you where to download, because you haven't downloaded it. You cannot find it. Okay, keep it like that. We will come back to that. Go to the browser, Chrome browser.
Yes, and then Chrome browser in my mail.
Go to Firefox or Google Chrome, any browser.
Google
You have
Chrome.
to download. Have you downloaded them
Okay,
already? If
I
not,
have it downloaded. I have it downloaded already.
okay, then go to that folder where you have downloaded.
Yeah. Oh, you need the folder? Okay.
Yeah. So the zip file will be downloaded, but you have to unzip it and put it in a folder, right? So where did you download those?
What?
Or just go to the Google Drive. You can download it again. Everybody
No,
can download it.
I have already Google Drive. Okay, I'll
Okay,
open
so
the
you
folder
already
only.
done
Sorry.
so, then you can just go to that. Should probably in the downloads folder. So
Yeah,
go and check.
download. Yeah, download. Google Drive.
1 second. Okay. Just a second. Go on. I'll just take the call. Hi, Jay. Hi, I'm good, Jay. How are you? I am taking the class now for the Selenium. So that's okay. You can talk. I just said 5 minutes. So yeah, tell me. Yeah. You got a chance to talk to me.
Hello?
Shukla, can you wait
Yeah.
for a few minutes? Sangam
Okay.
is on his phone call.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm back. So did you get the files, jar files? Hello.
Hello. Yeah,
Yeah.
this one is
So
from Chrome driver exe. You need the
that
exe.
is okay. Chrome driver is not required. Chrome driver is for configuration in the Java. We need the jars, jar files, .jar.
You need the
Right?
jar, huh? Okay. I have a
Okay,
jar.
just go to the Chrome and I'll show you. Just go to the Google Drive. I was sharing, right? So go to that. Let me see. You have them on Chrome drivers.
Chrome driver. I didn't download it.
Jar files zip. Okay, maybe jar file zip is the one. Just on jar
Abstract.
files. Open the second folder from top. It's already unzipped.
Second, yeah.
Yeah. Open it. Yeah. So these are the ones, right? You just have to add them. So copy this path. Copy the top path.
This one. All of them.
No. Copy the jar files, whole jar files. Okay. Go back. Go back. Go back. Copy the folder. Complete
Okay.
folder.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now go to C drive. Drivers. Put this. Just paste that. C drive. Drivers folder is there, right? Already.
I didn't create the driver folder.
You have to create the drivers. Otherwise, how would it work? That's the path I set it.
Okay.
C folder should have drivers folder.
Driver.
And drivers should have Chrome driver and the jars in that.
Only for I'll put the all the jar over there, huh?
D small drivers,
This
not
small.
driver.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Drivers. Because it's a path is set. You can change it, but it's very difficult. I mean, initially you don't have to. That's why I set the path. Okay, drivers.
And then paste.
Go inside it, inside. Double click. Now paste it. I think your setup is not done. That's why it's not. Okay, just rename this folder as libs.
This folder, jar file folder, I'll rename.
Just rename. Rename that libs. Right click, rename libs. Okay, everyone is watching, right? This is important. So if you are not done so, just watch what Shukla is doing. Okay, so now go back to that jars. Go back to that where your Eclipse was.
I'll
No.
break it.
Go back to the Eclipse where you
Oh,
are importing the jars, right? Now we will import this.
Eclipse is
Just copy the Chrome driver also. Chrome driver.
Chrome driver.
Chrome driver and not only Chrome driver. Wait. You
exe
can select
also.
multiple. And Selenium Chrome driver dot jar. No, not that one.
No,
Where
I
is your
already.
main driver? Where is your main drivers?
Main driver means which one you are talking?
The Selenium drivers, Selenium jars.
This one is
Not,
Selenium jar already.
that's not Selenium. That's Chrome driver.
This one is Chrome
Selenium
driver.
driver has two files and more files, right? It's called something like client combined. Like jar file name is like client combined. Do you have anything like that?
Maybe not. I'll download it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, don't worry. Just copy the Chrome driver and paste it in the drivers. Just copy one.
Chrome driver. Okay.
Yeah, just copy one. Okay, so this setup is important. So guys, everyone watch this and do the same thing on your machine. Where is your Chrome driver? You just had it, right?
Wait. Download. Download and down. Lots of file and lots of jar.
Okay, don't worry. Go to the browser. We will download it now. Go to the browser.
Which browser?
Go to any browser.
Okay.
Open the browser. Chrome. Okay. Just go to seleniumhq.org site. Selenium HQ. Just type in Selenium HQ.
SQ together or separate?
HQ. No, together. HQ. HQ as in headquarters. Okay, just enter.
SQ Chrome driver downloaded. This one I'll download it or?
No. Just enter. It
SQ?
will take you to the site. There is a site called seleniumhq.org.
Okay.
Okay, go click on the first one.
Selenium WebDriver automation.
This is the like easiest way. Did you click?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now click on download Selenium. There is one right on the top. There is
Yeah,
big
download.
one. Download Selenium. No,
This
no, no.
one.
Here. No,
Download this one.
on that. Yeah. Yeah. Click on it. Okay. Now come down. We are using Java, right? There are
Yeah.
many languages you can use. So click on the Java download. Yeah. There is download. Yeah. In the same line Java. Yeah. That one. That is the main jar. Okay. Selenium jar. Now you download. It will download something. It has
Yes.
to start the download.
Yeah, this one is start. Maybe.
I think you are using Internet Explorer, right? It is
Yeah.
downloading. That's why. Yeah, it is downloading.
Yeah,
Okay.
downloaded. Downloaded 2 times and downloaded.
So now come down. Come down. Just scroll down. Scroll down. That's okay. We will take only one, but scroll down. We need the Chrome driver and Firefox driver. I'm going to show you Firefox also. So come down. Okay. So there is a Mozilla Gecko, right? And Chrome driver. Both you need to
Yeah.
download. So click on latest side. There is latest
Yeah,
link, right?
latest.
Yeah, click on that. So it will basically download the latest driver. Okay, now you are going to the GitHub for the Chrome driver. Now come down, come down. Downloads. Okay, just hold on there. Download section. Go top. Okay, so there is a downloads releases. Yeah, just click on the down releases. No. There is a
Wait.
download section, right? Down, come down. This is the
Yeah.
GitHub code. So download. We just need the driver. We don't need the whole. Don't need the whole code. Okay, there is a releases link, right? Click on that. Releases link. Do
Where
you
is
see
releases?
releases? Downloads, big letters, download.
Oh, releases. I'll click
Click
over there.
on. Click on that.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that. Did you click on it?
Yeah, and then latest
Okay.
version is
Now, no. Do not download anything. Click on zip. Win32 zip. Yeah. Now that will download the Firefox driver, right? Now let's download the Chrome driver also.
go back, huh?
So go back in the browser, go back.
And
Now
then
click
Chrome driver.
on latest.
Yeah, this
It doesn't matter. We can download latest. Click on that Chrome driver. So okay, so latest release is Chrome driver 2.4.43. That just click on that. The bold letters. Click on, yeah, that will download the Chrome driver. So now just go to your, okay, is it downloading? Download that again. No, these are the older drivers. The latest is, yeah, on top of it. Okay.
Yeah, this
Now
is.
no, click on the last Win32 zip. Yeah, no, Win32, the above one. Yeah, that's no, the
No,
last
this
but
one.
one. Last but one.
Win 32, huh? Last one.
Yeah,
This one.
that is for Windows. Above is Mac. Above is
Yeah.
Linux.
Yeah. Always need
Okay,
for
that's
the
it.
Windows.
Now, Shukla, go to your download folder. We have downloaded all enough.
Okay.
Now go to your download folder and we will copy all these 4 files and dump into the drivers folder. And we can unzip them. So yeah, you downloaded 4, right? Just cut all the 4.
Wait.
1, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4. Just to copy and then paste the driver, huh?
Copy, go to drivers, C drivers, where we have created. Just go to C drivers.
C driver and then driver.
Paste them.
Only for C driver?
Yeah.
Okay, C
Go
driver.
to C drivers folder first. Go to
Yeah.
drivers. Where is drivers?
And then this one is C driver. Okay. And then I need the paste everything for the driver.
No. Go there. I'll tell you. It's not complete yet. You're not going to the drivers folder yet. Why?
Okay. This one is C. This one is driver. I don't know.
Just go into the folder. Drivers. Go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now paste it. just follow my instructions line by line. Yeah, paste it. Okay, now
Extract.
okay, unzip them, extract. Yes. Okay, there are two Selenium Java. Okay, you don't need one, right? There are two Selenium Java, so delete them. Delete the last one. Delete the last one. Yeah, that's a duplicate. Okay, now unzip Gecko driver, then unzip. Yeah. Okay. Now unzip Selenium Java. Okay. 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 So now after this, delete all the zip files. Delete. We don't need them. Delete the zip files only. Okay. Do not delete the folders. Yeah, just delete them. Okay. Now go to each folder and copy the file and put it in this folder. So you don't need the folder now.
Just
Go into the
copy.
folder. Go into the folder. Go inside it. Double click. Double click.
Yeah.
Cut it. Okay. Cut.
Oh, cut or
Copy
copy.
or cut. Yeah, copy or cut doesn't matter. Copy. Come back to drivers. Basically, these have to be in drivers. Just go back. Go back.
I know.
Click on the back button. Click on the back button. Yeah, that's it. Paste it here. We need in the drivers.
Leave or
No. Paste just directly into the folder. That's it. Just Control V.
Control V? Oh,
Control V.
okay.
Use the shortcuts. Okay.
Yeah.
Now go to the Gecko driver and do the same thing.
Okay.
Take the file and dump it in the original folder. Yeah, that's why we are doing it. It's a path we have already set it, right? Okay, good. Now go to the Selenium Java. Same thing. Do the same thing now. Copy everything. Yeah, copy everything. Control A, Control C, come back, Control V. Control C, come back, Control V. That's it. Okay. All right. So, okay. Now delete the folders. First two folders and Selenium Java. We don't need them. Extra.
Okay. Chrome driver,
First,
Eco
second, and
driver.
fourth, not third.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Everything. No. Library also deleted. Wait, one by one I'll delete it.
No, you can delete multiple. Okay. That's it.
But library
You're
also selected.
okay.
And that's why.
Now we are good. This is set up. Now go back to Eclipse. Click on Eclipse.
This one is C drive or Eclipse program.
That's fine. Okay. Now, okay. Hold on a second. Click on Add External Jars. Okay, right there. Click on it. Yeah. Now click on the. No. Do exactly what I say. Click on Add External Jars. Right there it is. Okay. Click on it. You
I
didn't
already
click on it.
clicked, but my machine is sounding.
Okay. No. I think it was already open. Just cancel it. We will redo it. It's not responding, right? Okay, just Alt Tab. It was already open. Remember, we moved to the. No. You can't close it because some window is opening. Some window. Just cut Alt Tab. Alt Tab. It will show the window. Alt Tab. Press Alt Tab and show me what's. No. Alt Tab. Just press and hold. I'll see what are open.
All tab together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alt Tab open. Okay, wait right there. Okay, there is one dialog which is blocking. Okay, wait. I don't know which one is driver. So okay, Eclipse and Eclipse was opening. Something was open. Okay, just close jar files maybe. Yeah, these last few folders. Just close. Okay, just give me the control. I think.
Yeah.
There you go. That is hiding. Okay, now click on it again.
Yeah, lots of.
Click on Add External Jars. Add external. It should open a pop-up. Okay. Now go to the C drivers folder. C drivers. Drivers. Yes. That's the one. That's it. Yep. Okay. Now No, wait. Libs, right? Okay, go to the libs. Select all, Control A, open. Yeah, open. There is a button open. Wait, open.
No. My machine is cursor is.
Oh, your machine is on. Okay. Open. Okay. Now apply and close. Okay. Now finish.
Mhm.
Okay. So I don't know what those jars are. We don't need them, but you can delete this later. Now click on add external jars again. Add external jars, top second. Yeah. Okay. Now we are going to add. Okay. Come back to drivers. No, just click on drivers on top. No. On top there is driver slips, right? Click on drivers.
This driver?
Yeah. Click. Okay, now select these two files.
Library also select.
No, that's fine. No, just select two files.
3 files is selected.
No, just click
Okay.
on two files.
Okay, 2 files.
Okay, open. There should be more files. Okay, just come back to your folder. Just Alt tab.
Alt tab.
Okay, drivers. Go to the drivers folder. There should be one more folder. I don't know what's happening.
I'll press the Alt tab or driver.
Yeah, drivers. Just go to the folder drivers. Actual Internet Explorer, Windows Explorer. Yeah, go there. Okay, good. Now libs we have already put, right? But there should be more. Oh, that is also called libs, right? Okay, that's fine. Oh my God, that lib. Okay, so okay, yeah, no, that's fine. So okay, let them be in the libs only. So just go back to the Eclipse. Unfortunately, we renamed both as libs. One has to be lib and libs. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, just apply and close. Okay, now right click. There are libs missing. Right click on the project. Selenium tutorial. Right click on the project. Selenium tutorial.
And build paths.
Come back to this. Actually, we did not add the Selenium more drivers. There were more libs libraries, right?
Okay,
So unfortunately, we renamed both. Yeah, configure and build path. Go. Okay, now click on libs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, libs. Now user libraries.
I'll click user library.
Yes. Okay, now we are going to re-add them. Just Control A inside it. Click on inside and Control A and remove. Yes. Okay, now apply and close. Oh my God. Okay, user libraries. Just cancel it. Libs is already there, right? Okay, now click on libs. Yeah, click on libs and add external jars. Okay, user libraries. I don't know, it's messed up. It's something. Yeah, libs and edit. No, cancel, because we are editing. Just edit. Right side there is edit. Yeah. Okay, now user libraries. Why it is showing everything?
Import or
Cancel. Okay, just click on libraries and remove. We will add it again. Your Selenium jar is fine. Okay, so now add library again. Add library. Now user library libs. Rename it as libs.
Next.
Libs next. Yeah. Next. Yeah, user libraries again. New. This is a standard one time only. So you have to just do it. Just libs.
Can I give it to lib name because other one also lib
Doesn't
one?
matter. Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
matter?
fine. This is your name. Yeah, you can put
Okay, lib one.
live one whatever. Just click
Okay.
OK. Yes, and add external jars now. Just add all of them because we missed a few. Go to libs now. Yeah, go to libs inside. You cannot add the folder. Yeah, Control A, open, apply, close. That's it. Okay, apply and close. Okay, finish. Oh my God, this take apply and close. Apply and close. Oh, okay, now no errors. Are there any errors? Then it is a import issue. Okay, now open the source, expand the source. Oh, expand it. Let's just expand. No. Okay, expand it, but expand the source. There is a arrow button, right? Just click on the arrow button. It will expand it. Okay, now flows, expand it. I want to see where these errors are coming. Open register dot java. Okay, now check where the error is coming. Package declaration is the error. That's why everything is fine, right? So package declaration says for flows underscore module-based framework, right? Now we have flows. So I renamed it. You didn't get it. Flows underscore mod. No. That's okay.
That's okay.
You need to package name is flows, right?
Yeah,
so you have package declarations. How? Because I renamed this to flows underscore module rise framework, then I started another flows for the hybrid framework, right? This is not the latest code. You have to get the latest code. That's it. Everything is fine. You have to get the latest code, Tamina.
Okay.
Shukla.
Okay.
Because go to any other folder, any other class, flights.java. Let's see. You're using everything is because of package
everything is package. Yeah.
Yeah, see, package is renamed. So you didn't get. Okay, today when I send it, you upload that. Okay, so remaining everything is fine.
Okay.
So just upload it. Error should be gone. If errors are recurring, we will see in the next class. Okay.
Okay.
So okay. Now make me the presenter.
Okay.
Everybody get it right. You should do the same thing that Shukla did. The setup. Everybody.
Yeah, I have already done this.
Then Sabina, you have to do the same thing. Otherwise, if you face any errors, let me know, or in the next class. Okay, we'll see. Okay, now I want to show you quickly. What we have done today. Just tell me in a single sentence what you have learned today.
Data-driven approach.
Data-driven approach with the Excel spreadsheet. So basically, we read Excel spreadsheet and row put it in the hash map. So and we parameterize the row data.get. Okay, that's what we did. Okay, so we have run everything and everything is fine, including screenshots were taken and blah blah blah. Okay, now we can enhance further. I just want to show you how to run the same test case, data-driven test case in the Firefox browser. Okay, so far we have seen Eclipse. Now we will see Firefox so that I can quickly finish today's class. We have some more concepts to cover. I will cover in the next class. So okay, where is this setup is coming from? The setup is coming from setup class, right? Where we have set up this Chrome driver. So Tamina, Shukla, so this is where your Chrome driver has to be. C drivers Chrome driver.exe. That's why I was testing upon this. This path is fixed. If you are
I already changed my path also.
Good.
This
Okay. So now this is for the Chrome driver, right? Chrome. We are declaring the Chrome driver. We are instantiating the Chrome driver. WebDriver is called new Chrome driver. So if you want to run the same test case in the Eclipse, Firefox browser, then you have to do the instantiate the Firefox browser. That's all, right? Now, how do we do that? Tell me. How do we do that? Either we can create another function and do that, or I can simply use the same function launch browser and pass the browser type. Okay, so that is another way. Okay, so now let's do. So this WebDriver launch, the setup is only called one time, I guess. Let's see. Setup is called only one time, right? New setup is going to new setup, and driver setup dot launch browser is returning me driver. This is taking URL only. Now what I'll do is I'll simply change its signature. Okay, so that means I want to add one more parameter. Okay, refactor change method signature. Okay, so here string is the only parameter now I am adding. I want to add one more string. Add string. Now new param I want to call it as browser. Okay, browser, Chrome browser or whichever browser I want to. I can easily do this. Now I'll just preview. So this is just to avoid any callings. Okay, so now wherever it is called, it will change. See here URL. Now URL and browser. So both will be taken as parameters, so that we can run in any browser we want to. So going forward, so automatically it changes the test case also. Here, see null. Null is the initialized value that I put just to avoid the error. Now I'll come back to setup. All right. So now browser. Okay. So if I want to get this browser from somewhere, okay, wherever I want to get, I can determine. I can either put the driver in the open. We should not open this. It's not required. Okay, in the Eclipse also. Sorry, XLS also. Okay, so one way is put it in the Eclipse somewhere here, browser type. Okay, so that is one. Okay, here I can add one more browser type and do it. Okay, now another way is I can put it in a config file somewhere and read it, right? So let's do that. Because it's only one time, config file is easier because this is not the test case related. So I'll just put a config file. So where I can put a config file, I can create it somewhere. C drive, automation projects. So okay, one more thing, Tamina Shukla, your folder structure exactly looks like mine. Okay, class path and project. So you don't need to copy anyone else. This is automatically created, so don't worry. Okay, so Selenium tutorial and all. If you're adding it to Git, it will create this .git file. Git init will create .git. So if you're not maintaining GitHub project, then you can just take it from the Google Drive. So that's also fine. Okay, now I am going to create a config file because it's a file I have to create manually. That's what I'm going. That's why I'm going to the folder structure. So data, I think it should reside in data. Okay, or let's see, I can create another folder called config or batches infrastructure setup. Setup should not have. Okay, data. I'm just thinking where should we put this config dot properties. Okay, so it's better to create a config because config is a file which is a property file, right? So these all will contain the this thing, what do you call, what is this, Java files, right? So I'm thinking to put in the resources or config. Okay, so let's create config. That's better. Resources actually is not a good word for a property file. Okay, so I'm calling it config. Okay, and it stays on the top so that it will be easier for us. Okay, now source as config. Now here I'll create a property file called config. Okay, we can call it browser config or whatever. So initially there is just one config and property folder, properties file. So okay, so initially I just have to put property value called browser, okay, equals Chrome. Okay, so if you want to run the same thing in Firefox, just Firefox. Okay, so but only one thing has to be valid at a time. So I'm just commenting this. So hashtag means commenting. So Firefox will be read from here. So if you want to run the whole test suite in Firefox, all you have to do is just come. Okay, now I'll just refresh this. It will come. Yeah, now it comes. So config.properties. So this is where now I can edit right here. I don't have to go to the notepad. Okay. So browser Chrome, browser Firefox, or if you want to set browser equals to Firefox, let it be, or I can do Edge or Internet Explorer. Okay, so you can do this. But just make sure you put one line uncommented at a time, Firefox. Okay. Now I am going to read this. Okay, browser. Just make sure the property the name remains. Okay, now I can read this value from here. Okay, so now launch browser. I want to read the browser from that, correct? So here I can determine. So this browser, where I want to read it from, browser will be read from the config file. Okay, so I will pass it from there directly when I do it in the test case. Okay, now I just have to create a if condition here. So if browser dot equals ignore case is fine, but that's okay. If it equals Chrome, then I'm asking that to launch the Chrome browser. Okay, I can actually remove this try catch block, put it outside. Yeah, now this and so until here, this is my if condition. So if browser equals Chrome, do this. Okay, now I'm going to repeatedly do the same thing for Firefox also. Else if you can create a switch case also. If this equals to Firefox, right? Firefox doesn't need system.set property, or maybe it does. Let's see. Where is this automation projects? Oh, no, not automation projects, but it is in C drive drivers, right? Yeah, gecko driver .exe. So WebDriver, maybe gecko driver or something. We have to see the, I mean, on the net what it is exactly. Gecko or Firefox driver, but I just set it gecko driver. Name should match exactly. GCKO.e. Okay, fine. Okay, so if it is Firefox, do this, and instead of Chrome driver, I wanted to create an instance of driver WebDriver is equal to new. I don't know, it's Firefox driver or Marinate driver. So okay, it says Firefox driver. Sometimes it is like this driver. Driver. Yeah, it's not available, so that's not correct. Sometimes it is. So Firefox driver is the correct class. So initially in Selenium 2.x, it was marinated driver. So that's why now we are good, I guess. Only if we run, if it runs, we can determine it's good. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm reading this Chrome or Firefox from the config file. If it is Chrome, just open the Chrome browser, or if it's Firefox, open the Firefox browser. That's all I'm asking it. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, now if I go to test case level, I can pass the browser type, right? So the test case is here. In the setup, I am passing null. So now I have to read this from property file, right? Okay, now how do I read a value from property file? So this is called browser. Okay, now I'll just do this and pass browser here. Okay, now I have to pass the call the browser value actually, and browser value is in the property file here, config.property. Now how do I read the property? I have created a util for that, right? Property utils. So same thing, we have already used it. So to read property value from property file, I'll just call this property file dot underscore read and pass its path and property name. That's all. So everything is in the utils. Hopefully, so far I created all the utils. Okay. So how do I create property utils dot function I can call read property file. Okay. Now it takes path and property name. Property name is already I know, which is browser is a property name, right? Now path is, how do you know the path? Path is what? The path of this file, correct? So just check the path. This is the path. I can set this project location dynamically, that's later, but just for the time being, you just set it to the same automation project Selenium tutorial, otherwise it will fail. Okay, so now go to the test case and path you can set a constant, so that's what we are doing, right? So I can take it from here, constants, which is a public static string, because it has to public because I want to call it in a separate class, static because I can use it to call it using the constants class name. Okay, what do you want to call this? Config path. So all the paths you can put it here, and remember either use double slash, double slash, or just single forward slash will cut it. So I'm using single forward slash. Okay, so I'm just gonna call this here. Okay, so now tell me, how do I call constants? Constants dot. So which constants, you be aware? Okay, so the data constants, the constants is in data, remember. Okay, constants dot config path, that's it. Okay, now this is gonna read browser value, Chrome or Firefox, and it is going to pass. And if it is Firefox, what this launch browser is going to do, it's going to enter the else if condition and point this driver to the Gecko driver and open the Firefox driver. Okay, so now hopefully that will work, because we are debugging, we are not sure yet. So let's run it and see. Property is red for browser Firefox. Okay. Okay, so now we got an error. Don't worry. So let's debug. Okay, so because it's Firefox is not initialized, that's why. So maybe it's taking updates. So let's read, and let's read the location. Okay, permission denied. WebDriver exception. Selenium. So there was some authorization error. Let's see. C program files Mozilla managed. Everything looks fine, but permission issue. So it couldn't get the Firefox. So that's why. Let's see if it is updated. And okay, now it is opening manually. Okay, now let's try to run it and see. Okay, so now the location of Firefox has to be this one, otherwise it won't work. So Firefox, let's check it manually. See, this is what it's trying to invoke: program files Mozilla Firefox Pro. Okay, Marionette driver. This is what I wanted. Still trying to do. Let's close this. Okay. Oh, okay. It is probably launching. Okay, so there are exceptions. Marionette, new error into our call too early. Please read sessions from the file discussed. Blah blah blah. Okay. So this location, let's see, program files 86, Mozilla Firefox. Mozilla Firefox, it is. Mozilla Firefox, here we go. And it is trying to launch firefox.exe. Yeah, so that is available. So what about the program files? Mozilla Firefox is not available. Okay, so it is available in the this location 32-bit. That's fine. So C program files Mozilla. Okay, now let's try and see. So I am suspecting. Okay, it is launching fine. Launching is fine. Now let's see if it is able to. Oh, okay, now it is running fine. So that was a initial issue. So okay, so it is doing the same thing that it has done in the Chrome browser. So I'll ask you a question right now to you. What is the change we have done for the Firefox? Don't worry about these errors. These are like some ignorable errors. So our test case passed till here successful. That's it. So these are ignorable because of some configuration issue. So our test case starts and ends. So these are again ignorable. So same thing happened in the okay. Now as far as the browser changing is concerned, what we have changed? Anyone noticed, or do you want me to explain again? I will explain. If you did not understand, let me know.
We just parameterized the browser name,
Correct.
and depending on the browser name, we calling the different methods, WebDriver methods. So for the Chrome, we call the Chrome WebDriver from our local store local directory.
Correct. Yes.
And if it's Firefox, we are calling the Firefox WebDriver instead.
Correct. Firefox driver, and we are pointing to the Firefox Gecko driver. In Chrome, we have pointed to the WebDriver Chrome.driver property. This is a property, and we set this property to the actual file. This is existing. And similarly for Firefox, we have the property name WebDriver.gecko.driver. See, the property name also changes, and the value, the path is also changing. So this is where the actual physical file exists, gecko dot. So I'll just show you again. So in the driver, you have to have these files, gecko driver exe, chrome driver exe. Okay, so based on condition Chrome or Firefox, I'm just I'm setting this property and instantiating the driver appropriately, Firefox driver or Chrome driver. That is the main change, nothing else. Otherwise, test case just remains the same. Irrespective of the browser, test case should not change. Your automation still should work in any other browser. Like even if you want to use the Internet Explorer browser, you can also do so. So all you have to do is just download this browser, Internet Explorer browser driver from the seleniumhq.org. Same thing. There are many browser drivers for Safari browser, for Opera, and there are many. So you can try. But most popular is Chrome and Firefox. That's why I showed it to you. You can experiment and you can add more conditions here for different kinds of browser. All you have to do is just download these and set this correctly. Okay. Now we apart from this launch browser parameterized or more generalized for browser, we have done one more thing, that is reading the config file from the reading the browser type from the config file, which is very important. I could have read easily from here also. I could have easily hard coded also. You know what I'm saying? I could
Yeah,
have
yeah.
just said browser is equal to Firefox here. This is called hard coding. Okay, this is not good. You should not do that. All you have to
Yeah.
do is you have to generically write. So what I did is I put this value of browser in a property file called config. This is how the real-time project exists. Okay, here easily I can change it. So if I want to change browser type, okay, so just do this. I'm just putting 3 because it will be easier for you. Otherwise, you don't have to. I can change directly here. Okay, so just one value will exist. Okay, the reason why I'm putting all the 2 values because you will get an idea what kind of browsers you can play with. So just keep one at a time uncomment. Otherwise, it will get confused. You cannot have 2. So right now, I can set it to Chrome. Okay. Same thing for IE Internet Explorer, you can create browser is equal to. All I'm doing is I'm applying the property file reading, you know, property file I'm reading and putting the value into the browser here. So this will be more generic. Now, if I want to change the browser type, I don't have to look any of these files. I just go to config and change it here. That's real time project. This is what we have to do. Data for data pool, you just look at the Excel sheet. For configuration related things, you just look at what config.properties. That's easy. In going forward, you can put more configuration related things here. And constants, paths, and everything must go into the constants class. Okay, so I could have done directly hard coded this in here, right? Config, which would look awkward, very big, lengthy property. I mean path. So instead, I created that in the constants, which is a more appropriate and it looks neater and readability is good. So these are things you have to keep in mind while doing this. So today we have seen the data driving with the Excel spreadsheet, and we have seen the Firefox configuration for the same test case without changing anything. We just ran in the Firefox. Okay, now in the next class, I mean before the next class, you can try one more browser, Edge browser. Okay, I'm leaving that to you. It's very easy. I mean, it's not very popular. Internet Explorer nobody uses, but if you want to use it, this is the chance. Okay, so go to Selenium HQ. Same thing. Every driver is available here. I'll just show you and leave it to you guys as a homework. That's up to you. Okay, so go to download. Come down here. All these drivers, see, including Windows Phone, Opera. Just download this. Microsoft Edge driver. This is what you have to download for this guy Edge. Okay. Now you can, this is the headless browser, HTML unit driver, Safari, Windows Phone, Selenium, that is for Android browser. Okay, this is for mobile testing, and iOS for the Apple phone. Okay, BlackBerry, Appium, all these are there. Okay, you don't worry about all these. The main things are you can just try for this Edge driver, which is a Microsoft. Internet Explorer is deprecated. So after 9th version, they have deprecated it. So right now the Edge is the browser. If you have Windows 10, you will know this. So just try this. If you have energy, you can try the Opera also. If you have Opera browser, okay. And that's it. So this HTML unit driver is the browserless headless browser. That means you don't see the browser at all. It just runs on the backend and just shows you the result. That disadvantage with the headless browser is it doesn't take the screenshots because there is nothing you can see. So unless the project requests, do not have to go for this one. So try 1, 2. These things are important. Ghost driver is not required. Phantom JS. So just if you have Apple, Macintosh systems, you can try Safari driver also. Okay. So that's your homework, guys. So let's end today's session here. It's already late.
One question I have,
Yeah.
but it's not from this class. It's from the another class. Like
Okay.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm I'm having some issues with the Eclipse to install Cucumber. Because the other day the other trainer was giving lecture on the Cucumber, and I was not able to install it in my system properly,
Right.
so that I can continue the class. So the thing is, I even don't understand what is the problem is. If I figure out the problem,
Okay.
So I can resolve it. I Google it, but I don't find any appropriate answer regarding my problem.
So you can, why you are going to the Cucumber? Because we are following the Java approach, right? So is it
So it's
for project specific or resume? Just want to put it in resume. You can learn Cucumber. I don't know the Cucumber in the first place, but I can help you in the project setup.
okay,
That
okay.
you have to show in the your like share your screen and show it in the next class that we can do.
Okay. So I can, if I can resolve it in the meantime, that's okay. If I'm not, so I share it in the next class. Share it.
Yes. Yeah. But I would recommend just to concentrate on Java for the time being because it will confuse you if you're going for both Cucumber and Ruby, all these languages. For Cucumber, you easily know, right? For Cucumber, all you have to do is just download this. Oh, no, sorry, that's different, right? Okay. So I was
Yeah,
thinking, yeah, instead of Java, you're using
that's
C Sharp, Ruby, or Python.
that's from the behavior driven
Behavior
development.
driven, right? Even when then, right? So that is a
Yeah.
behavior. Right. Okay. So I have no, I mean, very less idea about Cucumber because my project does not
No, I
demand.
think it's the problem is causing with maybe including some jar files or something in the Eclipse.
Correct. Yeah,
Uh,
that's most likely the issue. Jar files are
yeah.
missing.
So we
Check
have
that.
so.
Yeah.
So I'll discuss with you in the next class if I can resolve in the meantime.
Sure. So I just checked in the latest code to the GitHub, and if some people are forking from the GitHub and taking the, pull request and taking the latest code, clone or pull it just from the command git pull. Or if you are relying upon the Google Drive only, I'm exporting this same thing, archive file as a zip file, Selenium tutorial. Okay, so meanwhile, I want to tell you, so in the same notes, I mentioned different uh, websites for your practice, right? Somewhere here, I don't know. Yeah, here. So way to automation has different objects like here tooltips, accordion, date picker, okay, menu, like this. You can actually practice single. You can create an infra function like how to pick from this menu. This is just like apply this in the registration form. Just write a test case for way to automation underscore registration and just fill this form in automated fashion. Okay. So all you have to do is just create a test case, PC underscore way to automation. So there are different objects here which you may not find in the regular site. Slider. Okay, first you have to register. Otherwise, you cannot see this draggable and everything in the back end. So register this and like simple Sangram usernames. Let's see. Click quickly. Okay, phone number. Just dummy phone number will suffice. Okay, username or password already exists. Okay, Sangam automation. Username or password already exists. Okay, that's weird. One.
It's okay. I think
What is,
we can try it.
whatever I put, it says username or password exists. Okay, something wrong. I think. Okay, so maybe nobody is maintaining. Just go for a different site. Demo QA is a different site. Right now we are seeing the demo AUT, right? So do not get confused. I'll just put it in here. This is for your practice. So you can practice on this and let me know. So hello world, welcome to the WordPress. Demo. Okay, so this is also not working. It was working before. It's not working. All you have to do for this one is sign up before. That is the problem. But just try sign up. And this was another site. I'll just end the session just now. Practice. Okay, so this is a good site. This is working. New browser window, new message window, it will open. Okay, you can click on this and read this, capture this text and print it to the console. That you can write. Alert box. Okay, we have to see these alert boxes and these things. So I'll take this example. This is working. Utils we have already seen this in capital letters. That's what tools QA. Let's see. Yeah, so this is also another good site. You can just fill this form, link text, link test, and select these multiple things and table capture. So this is good for the practice. I mean, this is the multi-select drop down. This is a single select drop down. Okay, most wide variety of things, check boxes, selecting the file, browsing file, radio buttons, everything is there. So I would say this is good. And okay, you can try these. Okay, I don't have time to show, but you can try. And some sites which are live also, lufthansa.com, you can try to. And we will see most like web services automations and APIs and database. Database, I don't know, first you have to connect to database, but I can show you the code in terms of how do we connect to database. I created utils called custom db2 connection and database utils, so from there we can connect. If anybody has a database dummy, you can actually do that. MySQL, that would be good. I can show it on their machines for database. Okay, so if anybody gets opportunity, just install MySQL or SQL Developer or Oracle.
SQL. I have
If you
SQL
have
on
them,
the call. Yeah.
okay. So then we will use your machine. Like just all you have to do is just let me know the host name, port number, username, password, and the connection string. So the 5 parameters we can connect. Okay, so today that's all. I'll just upload this to the, what is this? So your homework is, no, you know, right? Just try on the same automation test case with the Edge driver, Microsoft Edge browser. So you can do that. Drive. Oops, I forgot the password. Okay, so let me do that later. Okay, so today I'll end this session right here. I'll upload this zip file, the project export, and get back to you in the email. Okay, guys. So good night.
Good night.
Good night.